Good morning, all. First of all, I welcome our resource person, Dr. G. Rajkumar sir. He accepted our invitation to present his knowledge in this session. In spite of your busiest schedule, you are accepting our request, sir. Thank you once again, sir. And we are very eager to listen your session. Next, I welcome all the participants for the third day session on cyber security ATAL online FDP. Last 2 days, we learned about some concepts of cyber security and cyber attacks. And yesterday afternoon session was very wonderful session. It was a hands-on session handled by Mr. Vijay Krishna sir, Assistant Manager BSNL. Hope you all enjoyed that session. Then today also we have two important sessions in the morning. Afternoon also we have one hands-on session, real-time cybercrime and strategies to prevent it. All the participants are requested to attend all the session. Now I call our research scholar, Ms. Janani Abhinaya, introduce our first session resource person, Dr. G. Rajakumar sir.
A very good morning to one and all gathered here. It is my great pleasure to introduce our resource person of the session, Dr. G. Rajakumar sir. Our resource person, Dr. G. Rajakumar, has completed his BE in Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering from MS University, Tirunelveli in the year 2004, ME VLSI Design from Arunviku Kalasalingam College of Engineering, Srivilliputtur in the year 2006, MBA in HR Management from Annamalai University, Chennai in the year 2009, and PhD in Information and Communication Engineering from MS University, Tirunelveli in the year 2014. He has also completed Doctor of Letters in Information and Communication Engineering from University of South America, USA in the year 2017. He is also an international certified trainer in data science and big data analytics provided by EMC Square, USA, June 2016. He is currently working as the Controller of Examinations and Professor in Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Francis Xavier Engineering College, Tirunelveli. His responsibilities include Controller of Examinations, Associate HOD of ECE, NBA Coordinator, Autonomous Coordinator, FAST under DST Coordinator, NIRF Coordinator, IEEE Student Branch Coordinator, IEEE International Conference Convener, NAAC SSR Report Preparation, Research Center Coordinator, AICTE Margadarshan Scheme Coordinator. He is also one of the PhD supervisor of Anna University Center for Research, Chennai in the Department of Information and Communication Engineering. Under his guidance, 3 PhD scholars have been awarded the doctoral degree from Anna University, and currently 8 PhD scholars are pursuing research under his supervision. He has been serving various universities and engineering institutions as Department Advisory Council member, Academic Council member secretary, Advisory Committee member, NIRF Nodal Officer, Question Scrutiny member, and Institute Innovation Council convener. He filed 4 patents and published 6 books. He has been the principal investigator for various sponsored research projects. He published research papers in 30 international journals and 23 international conferences. He has been honored and chaired as chief guest and chairperson of many international and national conferences. He has also organized various conferences, FDP, workshops, and seminars. His membership and associations and professional bodies include Member of Institute of Electrical Engineer, International Association of Engineers, Society of Computer Science, Hong Kong, International Society for Research and Development, London, Institute for Computer Sciences, Social Informatics and Telecommunications Engineering member, London, ICAST member, Florida, Institute of Research Engineers and Doctors member, USA, Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics member, India, Computer Science Teachers Association member, New York. His area of interest are VLSI design and digital image processing. We are so glad that such an eminent person is in the midst of us as a resource person. Once again, we welcome you, sir. You may proceed with the session now.
Thank you, ma'am. Shall I present the screen? Very good morning to all the participants, especially thanks to Dr. Ravi sir, the Director of Research of Francis Xavier Engineering College, and the coordinator, Dr. Tino Merlin ma'am, and the wonderful introduction by the Abhinaya ma'am. So today we are going to focus another 360-degree angle of the artificial intelligence impact on cyber system. This is a forenoon session. So we know that artificial intelligence is the major role play recent days. Apart from that, what are the impact it's happened on the cyber system and their applications? So today's session, I especially focus on what are the places the artificial intelligence are applied and what is their role and how the cyber system is role play in the artificial intelligence. So these things I want to cover that. So many of the things, because in AICT is recently announced be artificial intelligence, be data science, be cyber security, like that. So because the thrust area of the today present scenario is artificial intelligence. So with the support of artificial intelligence, the cyber system, it's a very great impact in the society. So that's the point I want to share this session. So definitely, I hope it's a really eye opener for what are the different fields the artificial intelligence is applied, and what are the, as a cyber security engineer, what is the role for the particular application. That's the point you want to identify that. So next we move on. So we know that what is artificial intelligence. So we know that the human thinking and the computer thinking. The artificial intelligence is short form AI, ability of the computer to act like a human. It's not 100%, it's like a human, but still now the research is going on is similarly towards to the human thinking. So human thinking is like a act rationally is the computer, and thinking of the human, which is trained by artificially in the robo or the other devices like a software or the hardware. Whatever the thinking by the human or the learning or the observation, everything repeatedly it training and training again, which is artificially we have to embed to the human brain or the human similar to the human. So the famous the artificial thinking is IBM Watson. You know that everybody, the first artificial doctor, artificial intelligence doctor, or the doctor, the robo act as a doctor is called as IBM Watson. IBM is the company. They developed the robo we called as Watson. So we know that many robots like newsreader, robo Alexa, so like that. But in the prediction and the expectation from the IBM Watson robo with the support of artificial intelligence is 98%. If you give some blood sample to that IBM Watson robo, they have to predict, they synthesis the blood cells and analysis and get a past records, and afterly they have to the prediction efficiency is 98%. So that's why this is the first artificial robo which is act as a doctor. So that's why whatever the thinking by the human, which is impact or converted into rationally to the robo. That's the point I want to share that. Anyway, some of the few things are the basic one. Artificial intelligence. What is the artificial intelligence? We know that. Some examples like a robo or the software, some of the machines, they are act as a artificial intelligence techniques. The very fundamental diagram for artificial intelligence, we know that in soft computing, many of the courses we learned that ANN is the very fundamental phenomena diagram for to the foundation of artificial intelligence. So I don't want too much explanation about the ANN, because as everything is fundamentally, we know that having three layers, input and output layer and intermediate layer, we call as hidden layer. So the input layer is in our brain is like a what are the input device, our eye and our ear, our nose, or the act as the input device, they sensing the data from the environment. Then output is maybe is we can react accordingly by the support of hand or leg or the mouth and everything. The very important layer we called as the processing layer is called as hidden layer, having with some snaps and some neurons, everything is interconnected. So hidden layer is which is called as learning layer or the processing layer. Everything we know that. So whatever the data we receive from the input devices of our human, then we react accordingly with the support of the output output layer, in the sense output maybe a part of the hand or the leg or the mouth. And hidden is the thinking. The entire brain structure is we imported in the hidden. So this is the practical scenario of the how the structures arranged in AI. So many things we learned that supervised learning and unsupervised learning and learning part, we know that. But the structure they arranged very initially input, hidden and output. Likewise, only the ANN layer, the AN, one of the ANN will be trained. So that's the point I want to share. Now we are going to discuss about some applications. Artificial intelligence power and limitation. So here is I want to share with this some cyber system. So cyber system in the even recent days, the US is complaining against the Russia for the Russian president is being involved some the US president election, some intruder, some malfunctioning. They have to attempt that kind of cases they posted by the Biden US president to the Russian president. So most of the attacks we know that in the cyber system, the intruder and ransomware and the cyber thing is which is the major attack in the 2021 scenario. So the previous presenter also they highlighting about the what are the recent attacks and what are the remedies, everything we addressed in the past 2 days. But I want to share with the different application level. The attacker not only in the political or the some financial transaction alone. The attacker in future they have to attack the robotic, self-driving car, healthcare devices, all the iPhone devices, everything in should be hacked or will be attacked highly. Recent days also they have to attack. Even Elon Musk, the SpaceX in Tesla, the founder, is they're threatening for the in future. You know that many of the jobs are the vanished in the coming decades. The best job is driving. Earlier stage we have a with gear of the automobile is there, but the many of the car are recently launched without gear, without auto gearing, and like a electric vehicle, like that they have to encourage that. So that's why the prediction of the data analytics, they represent some of the vanishing job in 2030 is one of the thing is driving or the driver. So because it's completely is automation, self-driving. So self-driving is a very sophisticated and comfortable one, but the threat is how the self-driving is executed. We know that with the support of IoT and the sensor and artificial intelligence, everything. But the people in future they hack the self-driving car for the IoT devices. Definitely that malfunction will be created on the particular automobile or the car. It will be leads to greater accident. So that's why the cyber security people, they shifting their focus in different dimension, especially for the self-driving car or electric car and robots. Robots in space is very major role. Robots in very greater place in mine. In the mine, in minerals, they have to dig and take out from the very deepest place. Again, the robo should be hacked. The robo is operated on the remote, but the hacking maybe happens on the robo in future, which is create an accident. So that's kind of thing. So whatever the application I posted in the presentation, definitely in future these are the area are more hackable. Recently these are the applications are hacked in minimum of 10%, less than of 10%. But in future, it's large time is happen. Again, it's similar for applicable for healthcare devices also. In healthcare, in Western countries, we know that all the things are the data sharing and everything in remote, because in the hospital or the patient should be monitored or viewed, or in the doctor is placed at one place and patient is placed at another place. Remotely they have to direct that. Even online surgery is are happen in few hospitals. Everybody we know that. So in future, large number of healthcare devices should be hacked or attacked by the hackers. So that's why I want to focus some AI power and limitation. AI should be a sophisticated, but the alerting is very high. So that's why I oftenly represented my research scholar, PhD research scholar, and the PG scholar. Kindly apply your ideas with the different dimension of application area. So robot is not only handled with the support of mechanical or the electronics people or the software people, but in case some hacking is happen on the robotics or self-driving or healthcare device, what are the remedies? What are the precautions? Anything is in the data. Definitely some data received from the sensor or the data transaction, everything. But how the security will be ensured in the robotics, self-driving and healthcare should be a major challenges in front of us. So that's why I want to share some application in AI. Another thing is a very important one is different algorithms should be also in future they have to use with the support of artificial intelligence. Most probably in machine learning application they have to prefer some category of learning algorithms. They have to use some deep learning or some unsupervised or supervised learnings are there. In natural language processing is a very important role play in recent days. Text generation. Nowadays we know that the Google search is not the people maybe type or text like that. They have to send a voice command. If you want to search one thing, for an example, if you want to search data science, don't type it in data, DATE, and science, SCIE, and not like that. Just we give you oral communication, data science. Just you should pronounce that, it will be automatically searched and it will be listed in the Google search page. We have to track that. Everything is the fundamental thing. But recent days, the text generation, question answering, context extraction, classification, machine translation are very important. Natural language processing is a major trust area in that. Even though in natural language processing, having the people or decode the information with the support of the hackers. Even the application they have to quoted the blind people, we call as the Braille system. The people are touching the things and sensing what is the things are present. Based on that, they have to what are the information is present in the book or the thing. But at present, everything is texted. Everything is voice-oriented information. Suppose the blind people enter to the shopping mart or the mall, just if they want to purchase anything, just they have to touch the object. It will be voicely informed. This is the milk. This is the maybe some food item and everything. So the Braille system is converted into the voice-oriented system. So that's why natural language processing is a major important role there. Here also some wireless transaction happens in the natural language processing. So the attacker decode the information. For example, the person is taking some food item, but the information should be hacked by the other hacker. Maybe the information should be the food item is they have to decode wrongly decoded by the hackers, or which is called it's a sports item or like that. So what I want to emphasize this slide.
So natural language processing is one of the area, and machine learning is another one area. But the thing is happen in the hackers or the thing is happen in the they have to focus not only for the robotics or the driving things. They have to focus even the natural language processing and the expert system also, like speech to text or text to speech. Expert system in the sense, even though many automation industry, we know that the recent another one trust area, industry 4.0. So in industry 4.0, all the devices or the equipment or the larger number of machines should be operated with the internet. The machine is enabled with the Internet of Things. It should be remotely operated and monitored. That can be the provision in Industry 4.0 for increasing the productivity and everything. We know that. So all the things should be monitored by the expert system, one of the controlling system. For an example, I want to quote one example. So for consider one boiler, we have to maintain the boiler in 300 degrees Celsius. Suppose the boiler is beyond in the 300 degrees Celsius, definitely it should be blast. So having one expert system should be continuously monitored 24 cross when they, it should not be over above the 300 degrees Celsius. Suppose it will be increasing, immediately the some coolant will be switch on and it will be minimizing the temperature. That kind of the power plant is executed. We know that any power plant, this is the protocol. But here the expert system should be hacked by the hacker. This is a very create a very danger anomaly, because if you consider the nuclear power plant, in the nuclear power plant, definitely the valve shutting and opening is an automated one, which is monitored by or controlled by expert system. Suppose the hacker is hacking the nuclear power plant, the valve opening and closing part, you can think about that. So that's why the data is the cyber security is not only for the pushing the things in internet or the other data in financial transaction and everything. Don't adhere or stick on to the one network alone, one application area alone. Try to apply it in the expert system, natural language processing, or the speech processing. So that's the point I want to encourage from this slide. So definitely this is the eye-opening of the many new researchers, or because we have a data with the different application area. We have to ensure whether how to minimize the attack level in the particular application area. That's the point I want to insist. Then another one, many of the people are questioning in whether AI is benefit or risk. So here I want to quote many famous or Nobel laureate in front of you. The top people in the top layer, Andrew New and Sebastian Ray. Maybe few people are not familiar that for that, but in the bottom people we know that Microsoft founder, CEO, former CEO, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, then the Stephen Hawking and everybody we know that. But why I am focusing the few people in the slide? Artificial intelligence is a benefit, because sometimes the human thinking, apart the thinking level, should be converted into the machine level. Definitely it will be benefit to the society, but it's a double-sided sword. We have to use properly, otherwise it will be revert back or backfire to the society. So that's why many of the Nobel laureate are there. Their intelligence, their thinking ability definitely is converted into the artificial level, which is helpful for the betterment of the society. That's the point I want to insist here. Even though having the risk, but I already told that it's a double-sided sword, but we have to effectively handle with the AI. So another different application I want to share, AI for SDG. We know that Sustainable Development Goals. It's a long-term goals. Sustainable Development Goal is like a long and present and long-term goal on the cyber systems. For example, forthcoming slide, I want to share with the daily life, the people are facing the problem and where the cyber system or where the artificial intelligence is a solution to the society, and what is the contribution of cyber security in the role play. So that's the point I want to share in the forthcoming slide. So this is the overall summary about the AI, artificial intelligence for sustainable development. Because many of the time I want to insist artificial intelligence, try to get it some new area in the particular field for the cyber security, for the purpose only I want to quote different applications. So the main thing, artificial intelligence is applicable for no poverty line, no poverty purpose, no zero hunger, good health and the well-being, quality education, gender equity, clean water, and everything. Affordable clean. So these are the things we are going to discuss in the forthcoming slide. Can you imagine that whether the artificial intelligence is remove the poverty from the society? Poverty is removed with the support of artificial intelligence with the proper planning. So that's the point I want to share. For example, the first point I want to share, no poverty. Is it possible for no poverty in globe? Don't focus only on the particular state or the country. If we can think about the globe level, artificial intelligence is the solution for the no poverty. Yes, this is the solution. What is the solution? Mapping poverty with the big data analytics. So here I want to insist one point. Suppose if you are having the proper data set from the globe, you have to analyze and predict what are the root cause for the poverty, what are the remedy. Suppose some of the countries, the agriculture field is very dragged down or very lower. If you have a proper prediction on that, we have to recommend it. Many of the agencies are there, even UNESCO and WHO, like World Health Organization, having a large number of prediction data are available. But still now, the poverty is there because of many reasons, maybe due to maybe corruption or some other things are there. Apart from that, but the UNESCO and WHO still now they have to facing the problem of the prediction. Their prediction level is only for 91%, but the expectation level should be very high. Definitely, we have to that. Why I am insisting this application? Even many of the Western countries they hack the data. Romania is the very highest people or the role or the job is the hacking. If you just Google it, who is the topper in the hack? But the China is 66.1% of the data are hacked by the people, but the country is more involved in the Romania. So you can just refer in the Google, you can get it a data set. But why I am insisting, even some data set in the prediction, the data set should be hacked and manipulated. Okay, data should be manipulated. That's why the prediction level, accordingly the manipulated data, the prediction should be in the wrong manner. So that's why even those the many of the countries are facing in the poverty. So that's why we can focus our cyber security in the big data analytics, securing in the data set taken from the poverty. Another one, zero hunger. Zero hunger in the sense the task is many of the agriculture field are eradicated due course of time. The forest destroy, that deforestation, and agriculture fields are built by the builders. Some civilization should be occupied. Everything should be stopped not only by the visualization. because we having a satellite image analytics that we call as agro-meteorological monitoring. That agro-meteorological monitoring is a very powerful statistics. For an example, every year they have the dedicated satellites are launched for agro-meteorological monitoring. What is the purpose of agro-meteorological monitoring? The main thing is what are the agriculture field, and for an example in 2019 the agriculture field, for an example, maybe 1,000 acre in particular field. What is about the 2020 and 2021? Sometimes the civilization should occupy the particular agriculture area. Maybe it will be they have to build in malls and some of the stores or some civilization building, apartment, and everything should be they have to build on the agriculture land. So how we have to get the data from the satellite image, especially for the satellite launch dedicatedly for the agro-meteorological monitoring system. But here also some of the cyber people, cyber attacking hackers, they have to decode the information. So get your data still, because practical visualization, we can't predict that the land is not occupied by the person. But if you see the satellite image only, we have to get a correct data. But that data should be decoded by the hacker. So we focus how the securely the data should be encapsulated from the satellite image and process and everything. So we have to direct our research for the solution to the cyber security on satellite image, as well as in the field of monitoring the harvest, picking, weed control, autonomous mowing, also the solution. So that is also which is the root cause or solution for the zero hunger. Another thing we know that I already told that the healthcare devices, many healthcare, especially in the pandemic, many of the direction in online, even this ATAL FDP in online mode. So with the support of the sincere thanks to the online platform developers. But the threat in front of us in the healthcare device also discover and measure the disease prevention and opposite to the disease treatment, diagnosing and the treatment, everything in online mode. But the patient record should be transaction in the online. The patient medicine, the information is in online. The patient surgical information, surgery and online navigation surgery also in online. So there what many possible way of online transaction is happen on medical and healthcare devices. So we have a solid security is embedded or enabled in the healthcare device. Definitely the data should be a very secured one, the data transaction, because it's the life of the human with the support of the enabled of the data. So whether the data is not properly secured one, where a pure people, not only the poor mean, the sick person become converted into the healthy person. The data should be manipulated or the decoded. The healthy person should be converted or the manipulated to maybe a weakest or the sick person. So the data information is very important. Even their oxygen rate or the temperature rate or the blood pressure. So some of the healthcare devices should be monitored, these kind of things. So that's the things I want to share, that if the people are working in cyber security, don't adhere on one field, kindly look at and focus on the healthcare device also. That's the point I want to insist. Another one, I already told that even in online we think that the transaction should be hacked in online financial transaction alone, but few massive courses, interactive massive open online courses, MOOC and online classes, challenge based learnings, so quality education. At present, I know, I hope so, everybody knows that few of the IIT Madras, IIT Bombay are offering the online BSc Computer Science program. Just you have to Google it. Even world leading university, many world leading B schools, they are organizing executive MBA in online. You can just Google it, you can get the information. You never visit the country or the universities, but you can get a degree. But with the only the assessment and the online classes in online way. So challenge-based learning on massive courses, everything should be possible in virtual environment. So they have a very huge amount of data are there, but the data are the insecure at present time. The people presenting the thing in the forum, maybe the things may be decoded. So we have to secure, we have to create as a cyber security. The focus of this ATAL FDP, we know that you can see the heading, the cyber security. That is the one slogan in front of us. So the security still now lag in the quality education, data sharing, in the maybe online education, online assessment. Even the recent days, as a controller of examination of Francis Xavier Engineering College, I am facing the lot of problem because we organized past 1 year in online examination, end semester examination. We have created a own the securable proctoring online software. Even though we have facing a challenge for the data sharing and data distribution, and the people accessing or attacking the software, everything we received the information with the server. But that's why kindly look at the area in future. Most of the things, even if the person is joining any company, the person in appointment order itself, 50% of the time they are in, 50% of span they are in work from home, and remaining 50% maybe it may be allowed. It will be people are accessing the office. So on that, all the things are in the online transaction. So the data transfer and data securing is very important. So kindly visualizing the online education, online assessment, especially for the examination, the attacking and hacking is major difficult. So you have to focus or navigate your research in cyber, in the cyber security, in the quality education. Another one, different dimension of data, that gender equity. Gender equity is very important. Reason is the empowering of women is lifting the nation. That is the very greatest slogan, because recently we completed the Women's Day celebration. So monitoring and track the gender bias and provide the actionable insight to the decision maker to drive the balanced hiring. Women economic empowering is very important. Many of the leaders are quote many words related to women empowerment. We know that, but actually in the practical manner, the gender equity is missing. Everybody is known that. Even government or the many people, 33% are the some observation, but the equal contribution is little bit missing in private and all the sectors. So that's why I want to insist, even the prediction level, the data set is malfunctioning, that the people in the higher post by the it will be decoded. So that kind of data should also be how to empower. Then another one is the 6th and 7th point. We know that clean water and sanitation and the affordable clean energy. Recently, one of the attack happened in Japan. They have to attack, the people are attacked smart renewable energy grid. We know that smart renewable energy grid. So it's relevant to electricity, electrical engineering oriented. Anyway, we have a lot of power plant, nuclear, thermal, hydraulic, and windmill and everything, solar especially. So here the power plant just generating the power or electricity in the house. The next is it will be distributed. The distribution part is very challenging for all the electrical engineers. If you have your friends in the electrical engineer, the generation is not the matter. The raw material and fuels and everything, if you have to incorporate, burn it and take in energy is okay. After that, the distribution is purely based on smart renewable energy grid. What is the purpose of smart renewable energy grid? The smart renewable energy grid, which is the role play for which place really the electricity is need. Electricity is need for all the place, but the 2000 kilowatt or 20,000 kilowatt or only 200 kilowatt. Accordingly, based on the load, it will be distributed. But still now in Japanese, the attacker smartly play that the electricity is needed is lot of in the particular place, but it will be decoded the information into very high. It's actually it's need for very less amount, but the hacker is put a malfunction on the electricity needed for the huge in particular place. But it's like a civilization place. But if you compare with the industry, is very high. So industry places they put a very less amount of electricity is required for that. That kind of malfunction is created in the renewable energy grid. So it will be distributed less energy, automatically it will be shut down. If the power plant is shut down in any place, definitely the entire sector, not only the production or mechanical or electrical or electronics or software, everything is shut down. Greater losses should be happen. So that's why the smart renewable energy grid, the data transaction, electricity data transaction, not only the before electrical transaction, definitely the electricity is represented in the data map. That data should be hacked by the people, should be avoided. So that's why affordable and clean energy is one of the important role play in the things. Another one, clean water and sanitation. Recent raises smart water monitoring system is very important role play. Many of the cities are earmarked in smart cities in this government. Many construction is going on and everything. We know that we're facing the challenges, everything. One of the part is smart water monitoring system. What is the quality level of the groundwater and the river level and everything. That kind of data should be eradicated. Really the data, the water is polluted with the so many reasons, industry or other thing, but the informations are decoded with the hacker, the clean water level, the pH value and the clean water is good. That kind of malfunctioning report they have to hack in the cyber system. So that's why kindly look at the application oriented cyber security system is very important, very needed one, because all the applications are the direct service to the society in the sense the human and the people are the betterment. So kindly look at your research aspect in the cyber security in this field. Another thing, we know that the decent work and the economic growth. So economic growth, the very first time the attacks happened in the big brothers. We know that this big brother is like in US, one of the company very greatest sharing in the US, the falling of the that company is a major greater impact on the US economy. We know that it's 10 years back, it's happened. So the reason is few of the data should be corrupted and data should be decoded. That the data security is highly important in the economic growth as well as. But in the here I want to insist another one, 4D task, dangerous, dull, dirt and dumb job. Some of the artificial intelligence application which is helpful to avoid the dangerous job. For an example, the people with the support of artificial intelligence enabled robo, they have to send it to mines and take the things. Suppose the very harmful area, we have to send a robot to operate all the things. The human couldn't enter to the particular places because some poisonous gases are there. So dangerous and dull and dirt dump and job should be eradicated with the support of artificial intelligence. So that kind of new product and service are economic growth also. The slide is already I explained already that industry 4.0 smart factory, another thing we call as smart factory. Everything is automation with the support of internet. So industry 4.0 evolution is all the devices are enabled with the Wi-Fi or the internet. So for an example, that's why in many leading industry, especially 80% of industry in Europe country, German or that wing of countries, they are enabled industry 4.0. In BMW or Audi or many famous leading automobile industry, they have to introduce already in industry 4.0. The purpose is all the mechanical device should be enabled with IoT, Internet of Things. They have to sharing the data and easily monitored by the people. So which is helpful for increasing the production level, monitoring, digitization, automation, connectivity, and analytics. Everything is which is come under the category of industry 4.0 benefits. But here the challenges is the data from one place to another place. If you consider some BMW industry, one device, one equipment or the one machine is useful for to fabricating the wheel. Another is fabricating the engine. Another one is complete the overall body of the car. So everything should be handled and mounted and assembled. For an example, you can consider, you can hack the engine part. Definitely the information is not decoded with by the hacker. The assembling is very highly disturbed. So that's why the production level should be minimized. So proper secure environment should be enabled or ensure in the industry and innovation infrastructure. That's the point I want to insist. You can take India data in your cyber security industry 4.0. Also in artificial intelligence in the level of robotics, elderly and physically challenged people, many devices are there. You may think about that here, what is the role play for cyber security, sir? I want to insist that even the people is wearing some electronic gadgets or a device, but the problem is all the data are send it to minute Bluetooth or Zigbee or the wireless environment to one device. That should be monitored in the arm. So in order to reduce the inequalities, we have a lot of elderly and physically challenged leading or more equal to the society. Many robotic assistive systems are there. That's why I already told the robotic assistive system should be hacked by the hacker in recent days. So the people are challenging that the wireless transaction between the leg to hand or hand to brain are very minimum distance transaction, but the information should be hacked in the wireless manner. So that's why I try to keep it that not only the device development of elderly and physically challenged people, but whether the data are securely data transfer from between the devices. That should be very important one. Another one, I already told that the smart cities and smart sensor, smart sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption of level of the monitor should be very important. Even in the smart city schemes, many the very challenging in future is the cyber system attack, because everything is an automation in smart city. Green building, eco-free, eco building, then many of the smart cities you already had a forthcoming slide. I want to share that. Anyway, I want to pre-introduce that. So all the things in automation. So we have to deal with the huge amount of data, so like a big data. So we have a lot of responsibility for secure environment. We have to enable the secure environment in the smart cities data. That's the point I want to insist. Then monitoring consumption level and predictive production level also, that is very important. Another new area, because many of the people behind in engineering and technology background, but we never think about the life below water and life on land. Because life below water, because in the world we know that 30% only land, then 70%, more than 70% in water. We know that. But here, large number of data are there. We need a secure environment. We have to implement, we have to ensure the security environment. Tracking of illegal fishing activities, tracking of marine life migration, underwater exploration. So even the Stanford Ocean one of the schemes developed for exclusively for underwater exploration using submarine robot. That called as the scheme or the mission is Stanford Ocean 1. So here also many of the illegal fishing activities are happened through pattern recognition. But by the we have to ensure the data. Then life on land, we know that monitoring the airborne, marine data, water pollutant data, health data. These are the things are nowadays are hacked by the hacker. So we have a positive environment, a secure environment should be developed on life on land and life below water. That's the point I want to insist here. So that's why I am listing many applications and many application area in front of you. Kindly navigate your or direct your research in the particular field. Because in cyber security, we have a data alone is enough. So these are the things are nowadays are highly hacked. The research, the hacker direction should be completely changed. Earlier they only focus on financial transaction and the economic thing. But nowadays they are changing their mentality level to different applications, try to have a solution for these things. Another thing I want to share from the picture, have you observed from this figure some many points you raised that linear economy and circular economy? Yes, linear economy, we know that the world, the picture is clearly representation at present scenario of the world. The world, that in linear economic time, the world is the world or the globe should be punctured or some damage. They feeling that the green globe could be possible by the circular economy. The transformation is very important. The transformation only by the exact implement or impact or in the artificial intelligence. That's why switch from linear to circular economy, the solution is that. So why I am highlighting some pictures in front of you, maybe you may think about how it will be relevant to cyber thing, cyber attack or cyber crime. These are the data. See, the population and civilization, the pollution, deforestation, victim, poverty, child labor, traffic, health. These are the threatening area to the at present scenario in the globe. So the focus for the perspective, the education, the purpose of the education or the engineering, these people are the solution to the society. We are the solution provider. The purpose of establishing the engineering field, we are the nation builder, we are the solution provider. You may think here everything is the data. The civilization, occupation having the cyber data, deforestation having the cyber data. But recent days, the data should be converted, wrongly manipulated with the corrupted people and everything. But what I want to insist here, kindly take up this data for your research. Kindly take up your research. You have your data. Data we need from the daily the problem faced by the human in the day-to-day life. So that's why I want to show it in the pictorial representation for the people. So this is the solution. How we need a paradigm shift in business, industry modeling on the cyber system. For an example, in the previous picture, the solution for the people in smart city, the agenda smart living, basic needs and necessity, health, safety and quality. Smart cities not only in the name of the technology enabled in the cities alone. Smart cities will be ensure that smart living, basic needs and necessity, health and safety and quality. How it will be assured? Because we have a proper planning and execution. Even in the bottom, e-waste management, recycling, environment conservation, reusability, how the linear economic to circular economic, the only one word is recycling. Suppose if you need some renewable or empowerable can be possible, then sustainable growth or development. So here everything is in the circular economy benefit, in the circular economic benefit or there. In the circular economic is nothing but is the proper implementation of artificial intelligence in cyber system. Definitely it will be possible because they have to attack these kind of basic data recent days. Another thing, the picture itself is clearly represent what are the things are happened. Impact and the benefit of artificial intelligence in cyber systems. Here, suppose the proper cyber security is enabled in the particular field or the particular picture. The picture is showing, it shows the malfunction or some greater accident happened in submarine, some metro trains. We know that the Twin Tower attack in US, some in some accident is happened in the mine in Chile. So 4 pictures is that 4 pictures, the root cause is not only the terrorist, the root cause that lagging of the cyber security in the particular field. So that's why recent days the direction should be they have to focus on submarine data, then railways data, and some airhouse data, like airways data, mine data. So large number of perform difficult, hazard, dangerous, and boring tasks. The implementation is very important, top priority for large tech firm. So we have a proper prediction and data security, that some lag in data security only is the root cause for all accidents. Suppose if you create a secure environment in different application, definitely we have to minimize the accident level. That's the point I want to share this forum. Always, and recent days in IoT devices are hacked. Your mobile phone should be hacked by other person with some installing of some software. So that's the thing also possible. early stage mobile phone, like in future, home electronics, smart TV, media, smartphones, automobile, cars, aircraft, drones, maybe the infrastructure, cloud system, city to city, nation to nation, globe level can be possible. So try to focus the IoT device of data secure environment. We have to ensure as cybersecurity engineer, we have a solid ensure on the attack. We have to ensure this data, device data for the ensuring purpose. So I want to speed up that. Some AI and IoT are the major role in all the application. You know that artificial intelligence, data storage, analytics, creative thinking, and decision making, we use AI. Monitoring purpose, data communication activities is the motor and node network. Sensory cells, we know that all the sensors, IoT sensor, like whatever the environmental sensor, temperature or pressure or other monitoring, weather monitoring, pollution monitoring, all the things are sensors are available. Everything is put together. We have to develop a AI and IoT device. Is already constructed, but the problem in front of us, the data transaction during the data communication activities and the data harvesting time, the data security is a very big consumer in front of us. We are the solution provided to that network security. That's the point I want to share that. Then in role of telecom, in growing ICT ecosystem, in telecommunication field also we face a lot of challenges. I am the background of electronics and communication engineering and the professor of ECE. We are planning for the test bed for the 5G testing in simulation, but we facing the problem for radiation, facing for problem of intrusion. You suppose the people, the frequency hacker, frequency reusability, that are the major tasks. For example, the data transaction happens on some kilohertz or some frequency over sampled, or we called as in ECE, the frequency should be dominated. The higher frequency is dominated in the lower frequency, which is create a crosstalk. The crosstalk is happen in 3G, highly in 3G, in lower 1G and 2G and 3. Compared with the 3G, it's better one. But in crosstalk should be happen that the intruder will hack hearing the data. Recent days, many of the political people complain that my telephone got hacked, like that issues are going in parliament. We know that. But it's all happened in the frequency they hacked. In the Bluetooth, without charging the data, we have to transfer the data from one Bluetooth device to another Bluetooth device. How it will be possible? Because in Bluetooth is a unlicensed frequency. Having 2.2 gigahertz, the data transfer without getting any permission from other people, we have to share the data. Just the two devices are ping each other, it will be allowed, then it will be transfer the data. There is no amount or the charge for the data transaction. But in other licensed frequency, definitely we have to charge some SMS, some data transaction, we have to charge that. Why I am insisting here, many of the hacker in communication field, they have to introducing the higher frequency for the data transaction. They can use for 2 gigahertz. For an example, you consider 2 gigahertz. Hackers, they have to develop 2.1 gigahertz and disseminated over. They have to create an artificial crosstalk. Then once it will be accepted by the crosstalk, the data should be converted. So that's why even telecommunication field also facing a lot of problem in the communication. So now I want to real-time example for the people is introducing the 80% of coverage in cyber security in the country level. I want to quote one smart cities. Nowadays, in the country, in our country level, smart cities nowadays it will be established now only. But few of the countries already established for the better cyber security as well as better artificial intelligence things. So in the case study purpose, I take up Zanzibar country is one of the island. We have the city, Zanzibar city, the total population, everything I quoted here. They have deployed the artificial intelligence plus cloud computing and repository end-to-end communication island. It's like an island. In the island having one capital, in the capital city, all the things are, many of the things, it's very famous for the tourism. The whole global wealth ranking is 25 poorest. That things should be eradicated. What are the things they have adopted? Smart adaptive advertising, customized digital experience. In the tourism, we know that, for an example, if you want to see the Taj Mahal, definitely the people having some tourist guide are there. If you go to visit another place, definitely some tourist guide, some mapping and everything is very important. But in the city, there is no tourism drive. Everything is in internet. They have to get in the information. VR, virtual reality, 3D augmented. If you focus wearing that glass, you have a virtual app, online persona profiling, everything. It will be processing, because suppose the country is speaking another language. In the red color part, I quoted language translation itself. Nowadays, in the tourist visit, the travel guider is translating their native language. So for conversation, so language translations are there, cultural interpretations are there, smart managerial economic level are there, traffic, all the things are automation. Why I am quoting here, you can think about that. Nth number of data are in data set. Language translation, having the data set. So everything is in automation level. Artificial intelligence is rule over that, but the data preservation security level is a very challenging one. So that's why in tourist and data traveling also we have to take into the consideration. So I already told that one quoted example. Some of the if we visit that particular city, self-driving car with auto travel translation plus cashless payment. They already established auto car, sightseeing, auto hotel check-in, auto room ambient, food and menu, online biometrics, auto passport checkout, customized welcome, airport travel, auto car shuttle rental. So all the things in automation. The person just enter or to the particular city, that kind of provisions are there, but everything in automation. So if you going for the automation, we can deal with multiple of data, many or huge number of data. That is, the huge number of data should be hacked recent days by the hacker. So we have, as a cyber security engineer, we deals with many, discussed with many attacks in the previous sessions. So we have a solution provided this the particular field or particular application area of smart travel and the experience. Then another one, the recent days, the smart world war, they have to disaster prevention system. Many tsunami detection devices are there. In the Zanzibar cities is an island. So they have a yearly evacuation safety unit are there. Tsunami threats are there. Radiation level, SAR range. The radiation level, EMF detection are there. Electromagnetic field detection are. continuous plastic seismic activities, the seismic waveform activities, polar ice cap. They have to monitoring the polar ice cap flooding level. Geostationary satellites are launched and covering the entire city for the huge data. They have a early evacuation safety data, tsunami detection data, radiation data, seismic activities data, polar ice cap data, and GIS data. So even 5 years back, the Zanzibar city data should be hacked by the hacker. So they finally identify that they have to establish that. So that kind of things should be avoided in the forthcoming days. So kindly navigate your research in the particular. Then another one, smart agriculture field also having a large number of data are there. High-tech farming, global forecasting, then local farmer and weather patterns. So proper prediction, the weather forecasting is very important role play in recent days. Many cities facing the flooding. The root cause is the rainfall level could not be properly predicted. We can expect for maybe 10 millimeter of rainfall in particular place, but unfortunately it's 30 or 35 millimeter rainfall has happened. It creates a flooding in the particular area. So according to the cloud density, cloud in the sense the weather forecasting and the cloud distribution density level properly, if you predict that, definitely we have to ensure that we can expect this much amount of rainfall in the particular place. So kindly avoid to that. Even the fishermen get a warning alert during the weather time. So that thing is possible by the artificial intelligence. That data should be also properly secured in the cyber environment. So that's the point I want to insist. And many times I have told that the smart healthcare devices also. Smart healthcare devices also very important one to monitoring that. Even the Zanzibar hospital, they have to highlighting many of the hospitals are automated patient location remote. Suppose immediately even many ambulance services are there, which the call from which location, accordingly the ambulance immediately access that. In our state Tamil Nadu, the ambulance 108, that function is similar that immediately they have to geographical map and getting the call connection, which place the call is received, they get a map and immediately they direct the ambulance and we give you a first aid, that kind of thing. So that kind of automation, healthcare devices, monitoring, everything can be possible. So that's why the hacker decode the information in the telephone call. So that should be avoided. Then security, everything is, we know that smart, the drones and in the border area, sea border area, RFID tag, biometric alert system, surveillance drone, proximity sensors, all the things are come under the category of smart security and surveillance system. That data should be hacked. Recent days we know that the Ladakh, we facing the problem with China in the border, the particular place in the Ladakh. Even the cyber attack are happened. That they decode the informations from the border. Then we launched one drone to particular place. Then through the drone capturing the image or the video, send it to the base station or the army station. That during the transaction time, the data should be hacked and the malfunction should be incorporated. It's that kind of possibility also there in the surveillance, smart security and surveillance system. Then another thing we know that smart virtual assistant and leadership and policy. This is also can be possible. The very renowned researchers, renowned scientists, their program scheduling and verification, validation, everything it should be recorded and monitored by the smart virtual assistant systems. Then in the artificial intelligence are as a major role play in the media. AI perception in IoT in media is very challenging. Technology taken over the media driven in Netflix or OTP or everything in media level is most entertaining area is the media. Especially in the pandemic, most of the people are spending their valuable or precision time in the media level. But some of the games and some of the media, they have to use some artificial intelligence techniques in that. I already told that the smart power grid, low power consumption and high power consumption. So we have to focus high power consumption area, like especially in industry. Properly, we have to distribute the energy. So the distribution is only possible with the support of the smart grid, smart power grid. So that's why recently the smart power grid should be hacked by the people, and wrongly they have to send low power consumption is converted into high power and high power to low power. Accordingly, it will be malfunction created by the hacker. So we have a stronger security system and data security system is enabled for the smart power grid. So finally, I want to related to some power system related operation also. Even the power shutdown and everything should be recorded by the line scout robot. That line scout robot is nothing but that robot without power shutdown, the maintenance work should be a thing. It will be monitored by the monitor or monitor and operated in the remote manner. Reason is how the electricity or maintenances are happened. Only the power shutdown from morning to evening. Then the person electrician clean all the things, and again we have to execute the things. But in line scout robo, without any shutdown, it sent it in the cable line. It operated in remote, and whatever the any corruption happen on the grid or the cells, it will be thing. So this is based on the artificial intelligence techniques. Here is the problem faced in the Holland. This is already established in Holland. In the Holland, they also facing the problem. Even the hacker hacked that line scout robot information. So the some of the information should be decoded. So secure environment will be enabled. Another one, reach the unreachable robots. For example, in the nuclear power plant, we know that the radiation should be very high. So if you want to maintenance work in nuclear power plant, in Sweden, one of the robot, they developed the snake robot. The snake robot, which is involved in the nuclear fusion plant, they have to clean all the things. All the things are operated in remote manner. Then everything is clean. Without the human enter to the particular place, that will be possible to clean on everything because of the operating in remote manner with the support of artificial intelligence. Why I am insisting here, that data should be hacked in the Sweden people. The robot is developed by the Sweden nuclear power plant for the maintenance work. That data should be hacked by the people, attacker, because it will be the player they're planning to greater nature, greater explorer in the nuclear power plant. So many of the data are very vital role play in the data are always vital role. But apart from that, I want to insist many of the data are life-saving data, healthcare data, electricity data, or some of the monitoring data, surveillance data, security data. So we have to direct the particular application and give a solution provider. So the quote I quoted, a snake arm is performing the maintenance at the nuclear power plant in Sweden. So it will be monitored in the This is the power plant. Inside that, the robo will be placed inside the power plant, and the maintenance work should be carried out. So finally, I want to conclude the summary in the second paragraph. Superintelligence is the double-edged sword. It may be represent in the significant essential risk or cumulative directly or indirectly. So especially I want to insist that we have to take it a positive note, and superintelligence is, even though it's a double-edged sword, but we have to use it in the positive manner with the proper artificial intelligence application to cyber system, which is helpful for removing or minimizing the cyber attack. So why I am quoted past 1 hour with the different application and different area, reason is all the field or all the application having huge number of data are available. At present scenario, the data are not under secure environment. Be a cyber security engineer. We are the solution provider for securing the data and predicting the data with the support of artificial intelligence. Definitely, we get a better solution to all the things. We build a better nation in supernatural power. Thank you for the opportunity. Now this is the session for you people. If you have any doubt, you can type it in the chat box. I will give you the answer. So main thing I want to insist repeatedly, these are the different application areas are there. Still now some lag now in by applying artificial intelligence and the data securing. Kindly direct your or navigate your research in the particular field. That is the summary of this presentation. Thank you. That's why I put a title, an impact, artificial intelligence impact on cyber security and that application. Thank you, participants.
Dear participants, if you have any queries, you can unmute your mic and talk. If you don't have any queries, shall we wind up the session?
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful and resourceful talk on artificial intelligence for cyber system. We hope the participants find the innovative techniques on cyber system. The next session will begin at 11:20 a.m. Please, all the participants are requested to join at 11:20 a.m. Now the tea break. Okay, thank you, participants.